Next, for the 2025 Conklin Awards presentation, I'd like to welcome Dr. Bradford Black, the president of the Conklin Foundation.
Good evening. Thank you for supporting the Wild Sheep Foundation. Our winner this year has 39 different sheep and 40 different goat species. 21 out of 23 of our Conklin winners were or are mountain hunters. Darren is a true mountain hunter, gentleman, and a great ambassador for us. Video, please.
The Conklin, known as the Tough Man Award. The Conklin may be the most difficult hunting milestone to achieve. Hunters with aspirations of holding the Conklin must push the limits of body and mind and canvass the globe for the most difficult of big game species. They must stand toe-to-toe with dangerous animals, climb into the realm of mountain sheep and goats, challenge frigid Arctic ice, equatorial rains, river torrents, and searing desert heat. The Conklin Award was named after Dr. James Conklin, a man that had a passion for life and the toughest hunts in the world. The list of the Conklin Award recipients include the most respected big game hunters in the world, including Donald Cox, Gary Ingersoll, Jesus Yorin, Pete Papik, Dr. Bob Spiegel, William Poole, Craig Boddington, Larry Higgins, Tom Hammond, Ken Barr, Pepe Madrazo, Edward Yates, J. Allen Smith, Renee Snyder, Jim Shockey, Alexander Egorov, Jay Link, Alan Sackman, Bela Hidvegi, Sergei Yastrozemsky, Dr. Bradford Black, Eduardo Negrete, and the 2025 Conklin Foundation Award recipient, Darren Millman.
Darren has always been committed to purely free-range hunting. He's placed an emphasis on mountain hunting. He has harvested 39 ovis species with a total of 52 ovis animals. He's harvested 40 capra species with a total of 92 capra animals. He has hunted over 500 big game animals, with 272 of those being Conklin animals. He has hunted 42 countries and has taken 133 international hunting trips. 38 of those trips were to Asia, where he has collected 64 species. Darren has had a lifelong love affair with the natural world. Some of his earliest memories were hunting small game with his grandfather that led to chasing white-tailed deer in the hills and hollers of Ohio and West Virginia. He has been married to his beautiful wife Susie for 35 years. They were blessed with twin children, Anthony and Taylor, and more recently, granddaughter Bailey. Darren has always hunted, but it was his wife Susie who first encouraged him to pursue his dreams of hunting around the world.
Well, I've always hunted. Always hunted whitetails. I didn't really venture out and do anything different until I was probably like the first year we got married. There was an opportunity that came up, I think I was 23 years old, about doing a caribou hunt in Quebec. And at the time, I mean, we couldn't afford it. You know, I mean, I'm like 2 rungs up from the bottom rung of the ladder on a field crew in a survey company. And she said, you know, why don't you just take a little bit of money out of your paycheck every pay and put it aside, and a year and a half, you can do the hunt, you know. $100 out every pay. And I'm like, I don't know if we can swing that, you know. She's like, we can do it. We'll cut back somewhere else. Very supportive. And I did. And, you know, she's probably regretting that now, but no, that's really when I started venturing out and doing other types of things. Then from there, you know, maybe did an antelope hunt or a black bear hunt or an elk hunt, and then maybe my first sheep hunt.
Darren is the epitome of a self-made man. He started his land surveying company at the age of 28. he grew his business into one of the largest and most successful national commercial land survey companies in North America. As his business grew, so did his passion for wild places. In fact, they fueled one another.
You know, you get done with one of these really hard hunts, you know, the really tough ones, and you know, you're on the Mi-8 flying back, or in the float plane, or on a horse, and or in the truck back to civilization when you come off one of these hard hunts. And you just think to yourself, you know, there's nothing that I can't do. And I think that's one of the things that these hard hunts have taught me in life, that there is nothing I can't do if I set my mind to it. It's amazing to me how much you can push the human body, both physically and mentally, and what it's capable of. And I think a lot of people don't understand what it's capable of until they do some of these harder hunts, especially these mountain hunts. When you experience something like that and you find out that you are capable of it, then you can sort of transfer that to just life in general, you know, to your family, to your work, just to everyday living. You realize that, again, there's nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to it.
As Darren's business, life, and family evolved, the things that did not change were his ethics, generosity, and dedication to friends around the world.
So Darren is a great guy. Everybody loves him. He's never shot a fenced animal ever, and that's before he even knew what the Conklin was. It's just been how he's felt all these years. He's a very ethical hunter, great for the industry, and very personable guy, very friendly guy, great hunter, great guy. I think he'll be remembered for a long time.
What am I most proud of in my hunting accomplishments? I think it's the friendships that I've built. You know, to me, that's really the greatest part of hunting. The bonds that you form that are nearly unbreakable, the friendships that, you know, last a lifetime. And I have unquestionably made some of the best friends in my lifetime through hunting. You know, a friend of mine said to me one time, he said, you know, isn't it amazing on these hunts, you know, you get all these people together and they've got one goal and they're all focused on one thing. And it's almost like everybody focused on the same thing. All these people focused on one thing just wills it to be. And everybody puts so much into it. You know, everybody has sort of their own job on the team, and everybody's trying to do their part, and they're really giving it 100%. And then, you know, when you do harvest the animal, it's just this exhilarating feeling because, you know, everybody's worked so hard. And not one person wants it more than the next person or less than the next person. When everything comes together and you've worked so hard as a team, as like one unit, and you're successful, and it's just an exhilarating feeling. How would I like to be remembered? Well, I'd hope that the people that hunted with me really enjoyed their time with me as much as I've enjoyed with them. I hope I've put a smile on a few faces, maybe made some people laugh. So that's most important to me. Second to that, I hope that they feel that I was a good ambassador for the sport, that I was ethical, I didn't give up, and maybe that I was just an okay hunter.
And the 2025 Conklin Foundation Award recipient, Darren Millman.
Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here. And thank you for being here to support the Wild Sheep Foundation. I'd like to thank Wild Sheep for hosting the venue tonight and the Conklin Board of Directors for their vote of confidence. This is an honor of a lifetime. And to read through the list of my predecessors is extremely humbling. Thank you very much. Very special thank you to the Conklin president, dear friend, and maybe you could even say a bit of a later in life mentor, Dr. Bradford Black. Brad, thank you for everything you've done, not only for me, but for so many other hunters. And I think it's safe for me to say we all thank you. To my family, especially my beautiful wife, who has sacrificed maybe some of the best moments in her life so I could pursue my passion for hunting. Thank you, baby. I don't know how the hell I'll ever repay that, but I promise you I will try every day. I love you. I love you all dearly. To my friends, some of you have traveled a great distance tonight just to be here for this one event, and that's something that I hold very dear to me, and know that you have truly graced me with your presence here tonight. Outfitters, agents, hunting consultants, thank you for always giving me your very best and for your honesty, professionalism, and integrity over the years. And finally, most importantly, I'd like to thank all of your staff, especially the people that I've had the opportunity to spend time in the field with over the years. And you too have given me your very best. And at times you pushed yourself beyond the limits of what any normal person should be expected to go. And you did that not because I asked you to do that, but you did that because that's the people that you are. And I feel like I owe you a huge debt of gratitude. So, in an attempt to pay towards that debt, I proudly stand before you here today, and I accept the 2025 Conklin Award, but not on behalf of myself, but on behalf of all of us. I love you guys. Thank you very much.